Hello, this is Bob's Wisconsin Adventures, and today I'm actually doing something different than my normal videos. Typically I'm out looking at cool places around the state, but wanted to address something that I see popping up across these different Facebook groups, especially this time of year, and that is hikers and hunters and the importance of bright colored wear. Now, to clarify a couple things, I do love to hike, I bike, and if you see my other videos, you'll see that I cover quite a variety of things. Now, full disclosure, I also do hunt, and I've been hunting for over 30 years. And I was actually born in '72 before hunter safety was required. Starting at 1973, anybody hunting has to go through a hunter safety course, but I was grandfathered in, but did take the hunter safety course anyways because I do like to be safe. Now, to clarify a couple myths, one is the hunter. Every hunter knows to treat a gun as if it's loaded. The second thing is always knowing which way your gun is pointed. It's very important to not accidentally misfire and have a bullet travel away. So if you have a misfire, you want the gun pointed up or at the ground. Now the one that has the most controversy is the third point, and that is knowing your surroundings. I want to cover that. I am not in blaze orange, or I don't have colors on because I'm actually at Plowman Park right now, so there's no hunters nearby. But if I was hunting, I would be sitting here for a long time. I would know everything about my surrounding. And any hunter will contest to know that there's certain things that kind of will look like a silhouette of a deer. So you're sitting there for hours on end and you're like, it's not moving, but man, it kind of looks like a deer. So you grab your binoculars, you look at it and say, oh, that's some branches, some weeds, or something that has a resemblance of a deer. A different spot, you might see a dark brown spot, and again, you grab your binoculars and find that's a dead stump off in a distance. So sitting hours on end, you really get to know your surroundings. Okay, so this is where the controversy comes in, is where a hunter might shoot in the direction of a hiker, for example. The reason why it happens is not because a hunter doesn't know the difference between a person or a deer. A hunter doesn't know a person is maybe behind a deer they're shooting at. And if they would miss, that bullet's going to travel and possibly affect the person behind them. And that's where the safety comes into play. So I want to show you, I'm going to take a quick break here and do some magic. And I'm going to have you look at the surroundings here. Just take a quick peek. And I'm going to change a couple things and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this unless you're looking at something bigger than a phone, but see if you can spot what the differences are. I will give you a few seconds here. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what the differences are if you haven't noticed them already. The first difference is if you look almost straight ahead, you're going to see a little orange blip. And that little orange blip is a blaze orange hat I just have hanging on a branch in a tree. Now that's just a hat, and that hat is, I would guess, 150 yards away. And if I was a hunter, I would clearly see that there's something orange in the background that is not natural. That's something I need to always pay attention to. I know that there is a person back there to not shoot in that direction. Now, a little bit further to the right, I have a coat hanging off a branch. That one's a little bit more noticeable because it's more practical on what to wear. And the other thing I'm going to point out is I have another jacket which is blue in color, kind of over by the orange coat, and you cannot even see it, but it's there. And that's why bright colors are important, is because if someone's walking through the woods, they come into an area you know well, you're not going to see that person, and that's the risk. So coming back in front of this camera here, what I want to get to is that, it's like, as a hunter, you can know your surroundings as best as possible, but as a hiker, you got to give the hunters some guidance. Hunters generally like to be up in the air, for several reasons. The first reason is, if you're up in the air, you can see the surroundings better. The second reason is, if you miss your target, you are shooting down, and that bullet is just gonna stop in the ground. It's not gonna continue forward. Now, if you're hunting on a state park, you don't have the option of building yourself a nice deer stand and getting up in the air. You could use a climber. It's a lot of work setting that up. So most hunters will be at ground level, which means they're shooting flat, and that bullet's gonna travel a lot farther if they miss their target. So as a hiker, all hunters are required to wear blaze orange. If you see orange in the woods, or across the field, there's a hunter over there, just kind of stay away from that area during hunting season. Another tip would be, if you're if you're hiking with someone, just have a conversation. Sound carries a long distance. The hunter's going to hear you guys talking from probably a quarter mile away and know that people are coming. So those are my tips. I just wanted to address this issue. Like I said, I do have a lot more videos that are in the realm of Bob's Wisconsin Adventures, which cover hiking and biking trails throughout the state. That's what I'm going to focus on, but I just wanted to address this topic for you. You guys have a great day.